a special treat for you right here at Mozupro. I am sitting here at a different corner of the Mozupro studios and doing a quick interview with Miss Jamie Lewis, who happens to write meta for our site and is a good friend of mine. And I wanted to help her out and get a little word out to you guys about who this young lady is. Jamie, thanks for coming down, honey.
Nice to be here.
All right. So, Jamie, for those of the audience that don't know you, give us a little bit of insight about who you are and what makes you tick.
I'm an all-around gamer. I love games. I play WoW TCG. Just recently won the Realms qualifier. Beat my boyfriend doing it, so. But overall, I'm a gamer. I'm an artist. I write. I paint. I play music. I'm just an all-around artistic person. I work on the left side of my brain. So.
Okay. So, hometown, I mean, is Tucson where you grew up?
I'm a military brat. I recently moved here around 3 years now. 3 years ago from South Carolina. So, I've traveled everywhere, been overseas to Germany and everything.
Sure.
And I hope to plant my roots here in Tucson.
Okay, well, we would definitely hate to lose you if you did decide to leave.
You guys too.
All right, Jamie, that's a little bit about you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about meta. What, maybe some of the inspiration, some of the things that got you going on it. Just to give us a little insight.
Well, when we first created Meta, it was more of what I want to write about and what I thought people would like to read. It went from fantasy about like dragons and fairies to other stuff to more steampunk, but we ended up landing on sci-fi. Originally, it was me and Seth Gallion. We originally started it. Unfortunately, due to life troubles, I now take over Meta completely.
Sure, real life does get in the way. Trust me, I know that.
Indeed. But other than that, I thought Meta would be great. I tried to think of titles. Finding the title's the hardest thing. It was just more, I went with the story, and it's like, what about the story? Post-apocalyptic. That's the hardest thing or the easiest thing I think you can relate to, because you can definitely get your mindset in there.
Sure.
Of how to survive after a world disaster. So.
Which is different, of course, from a zombie apocalypse, but we're not going there. All right, well, that's a little bit, tell us a bit, for those, this might be the first time some of these folks have seen this, so give us just a little tiny bit of background on the story.
Well, the story follows 5 individuals.
Okay.
And after the world went into a huge disaster, like the different countries fighting each other, and after a huge bomb pretty much set off across the world, radiation took over.
Okay.
And it mutated people, and now they have powers, which we now call them metas. That's where the title comes from.
Oh, yes.
And these individuals but one all have powers, and my favorite happens to be Lex, who is based after me.
Oh, I wonder why she likes that one.
Well, you like yourself, don't you? His character is Strike, so that's where the mustache.
He's got a mustache.
And I just love the fact that it's very futuristic. Technopath is great in that society.
Sure.
It has to be an overpowered power.
Right. Oh, sure. You've got kind of a mix of cyberpunk / Mad Max / Shadowrun type of thing going on.
Exactly. That's the feel I was going for. Very futuristic. Something that people can believe could happen.
Sure. Okay. All right. So now we know a little bit about the story and about you, but what is your mindset when you're writing? Where do you go? How do you separate yourself from the real world to draw that out? What's your inspiration?
The way I picture the story being a movie. That's how I write. I picture the whole thing first before I begin writing, and then I'm an old-fashioned writer where I like writing on paper first and just get that physical contact. And then when I write, I try to figure out, well, what's the best thing to read? Should I make it more detailed? Should I do this and this? And of course, every writing needs more than one draft.
Yeah, well, we've seen that.
You've seen my rushed versions. But when it comes to writing, I just want to make sure I can catch people's emotions. Emotions is the hardest thing to convey in writing.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
And that's what I want to try to catch. And with this story, I want to catch everything. I want to catch action. I want to catch the romantic side. I want to catch comedy. And comedy is a big thing, and it seems like comedy catches a lot of people. True.
Well, anything that can make you laugh.
Yes, indeed.
And I know some of the people you've based some of these characters on, and now they're funny people.
Yeah.
One way or another. All right. Well, guys, that's the end of the first round of questioning. In another week or so, you'll get to see the rest. Hope you enjoyed that. Jamie, of course, will be back here in a little bit next week to finish up. Well, guys, come on back. We've got more questions with Jamie, author of The Meta and proud contributor to Mozu Pro. We'll be back.